Oh, the anticipation of seeing you all again. Hello, it's Movie Close-Up. I'm Bonnie Steiger. It's so good to see you again. It's only been 2 weeks, but it seems so much longer. Okay, I want to start off by saying it's a live show. I know you have no reason to call yet, but maybe during the show something will pique your interest. You might want to ask one of my guests a question. I have the director, writer, and two of the actors, female actors, from this movie you just saw a clip of, which is Counting the Days. But yes, I almost forgot. It's a live call-in show. The number here is 621-4472. Okay, I didn't memorize it, but I never call it. And, okay, first thing I want to say before we get to the guests, can a week go by in this city without a film festival? No, I don't think so. So what we have now is the High-Low, 9th High-Low Film Festival. Is it annual or not? I don't know, but it's the 9th one they're having. And they're going to have 39 high-concept, low-budget short films. It's going to be at the Brava Theater Center. I've never been there. At 24th Street in New York. That's the old York Theater. You remember the York Theater on 24th Street between Potrero and the next one up? Beautiful old theater, big, beautiful. And another one in Oakland, who cares? And what if you wanted to buy a ticket? Well, I tell you. I'm reading this and oh, www.highlowfilmfestival.com. www.highllow, H-I-L-O, the shortway, filmfestival.com. Now we're going to talk to real-life people here from the movie you just saw the trailer from, and it's called Counting the Days. And here's the people. End of show. Okay.
Actually, that wasn't the trailer. That was the whole film. Yeah.
You should have been in the High-Low.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That was what, a minute and like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that was.
And I got the whole thing out of that.
Very
So
good,
if you did any more, you were just wasting your time.
Wasted time, right?
Well, I mean, you didn't need any more than that 1.5.
No, actually, yeah, it was very fun just to cut the select bits out of the trailer to try and put something together that people would say, now, what is this film about? You know, what kind of film is this? And we were trying to give the impression that it was, it's a dramatic comedy, dark comedy, and
Which means there's a lot of death.
Well,
Come
yeah,
on.
hopefully a lot of laughs, hopefully a lot of death, but yeah, the two often go together.
That's kind of like my philosophy of life,
Right, right.
So I'm speaking here with Joaquín San Lorenzo,
Correct.
director, writer, or if we do it chronologically, writer, director.
I have no preference. Yeah.
You got to write it before you direct it, though.
Absolutely, unless you want to do guerrilla something, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then you
yeah.
never write it.
That's it. You just get to laugh at it afterwards.
And if we move further down, we have two actors.
Hi.
And right next to Joaquin is Giovannie Pico.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to get into your mother and what a crazy woman she is.
She's a wonderful woman.
The crazy ones usually are.
Yes, no, that is true. I'm very proud of my crazy, wonderful family.
And beyond is Janelle Schaffer.
Hi.
I did that nicely?
Okay. Yes.
April pronunciation, that was great.
I have no pride. I get most names wrong. I say thank you very much for correcting me and move on. And you I don't recognize because you were a blonde in the movie.
I was very blonde in the movie.
Did he make you be a blonde?
He did make me be a blonde in the movie.
I think the protagonist of the story had to be a blonde woman, and that gave everybody who watched the movie, I think, a sense of privilege, upper class, what most guys aspire to. It's just subconsciously we like blondes, so
The anima.
The enema.
Maybe it's time we showed a clip from the movie now and cogitate on anima.
Okay.
I'll explain to you later.
Please.
So now we're going to have not the but a scene. Actually, it's two kinds of scenes. I got two pieces in there of Counting the Days, and then you'll be tested. And we'll go into the deep, intense questioning of the angst and the... So here's a lovely section of Counting the Days.
I've lived in the city for all my life, but until I left law school and started coming up in the world, I never knew of people like Jason or Cassie or places like this.
Oh my god.
Man, pretty pathetic, huh?
No, over there. Isn't that Cassie Day? We were just talking about her.
Hello?
Oh, hi, Corey. I didn't recognize you.
Well,
I'm just here with some friends having some drinks. You know, gotta keep busy.
yeah.
Do I know you?
I was at your party a couple of days back.
Oh, that's right.
I don't think that we were properly introduced. I'm Jenny.
Cassie Day. Well, I'll leave you two alone. I was just on my way to freshen up. So, I'll give you a call, schedule something for next week at the office.
Oh, sure, we'll talk later.
Okay, great.
Hi, Cassie? I wanted to say how sorry I was about Jason.
Thanks.
No, I'm really sorry.
Did you know Jason?
Not really, just from that night at your party. But he really had a charm about him. You too. You're a lot alike. I know what it's like to lose somebody so close.
What did you say your name was again?
And here we are.
Anima. So no insertion of any kind, you're saying?
No insertion.
Oh, okay.
It's all up
Got it.
here. It's
Got
all,
it, got
anima
it,
is
got
up
it,
here.
got it.
So, all right, that was the movie. And that's only a small little piece of it. But tell me, I think we should start with give me the rundown, 30 seconds. What is Counting the Days?
It's kind of a reverse morality play. So what we're trying to do is juxtapose life in San Francisco between the very privileged, the people who are up and coming, the people who don't have choices, as well as immigrants who are, kind of on the periphery at times, and trying to underscore the fact that this is a very PC city, but, if you scratch the surface, a lot of times the attitudes and the prejudices are really there, even though they don't want to say it. So.
I noticed you had Latinas, Asians,
Yeah.
Cubans, Mexicans, plain old white people. This was us plain old white people. Was there, this was a very conscious thing to show classes within San Francisco?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Did you find in your personal experience the scratching shows the prejudices underneath?
I won't say from personal experience. I will say that kind of as an observer, I've seen it, or you hear something and you just don't want to confront that person with it, so you're like, kind of take it in, and these are kind of like things that I've heard here and there, and I just thought, wouldn't it be funny if the people who said it actually saw those things that they were saying, but from somebody else's mouth? How would that feel?
You think they'll pick up?
Probably not. No.
But we
No,
will,
no,
and
no.
we'll laugh at them.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, the most important thing. Tell me about the casting process.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I actually, I had been wanting to work, actually with Janelle Schaffer and Robbie Winston, two of the main characters in the movie, for about a year prior to actually writing this, and I just decided to sit down and create a project, and actually Janelle helped me on a couple of creative stumbling blocks, and I was, with regards to her character, she really helped me flesh it out, and I would say, well, how about if this happens to her, how do you think she would react? And she said, no, actually I think it would be like this. So it was a really great process, and then the next process after that was, after creating the script, auditioning the rest of the cast, and Giovannie, my gosh, I wanted to meet her at this function at the FAF. They had this one night, but
Film Arts Foundation
here in San Francisco. They had an event. She came in with this, I don't know if it was well-wishers, admirers, or general entourage, whatever it was. She was surrounded the whole night, and I couldn't get anywhere near her. I just was not at the, I wasn't on the A-list, and so I wasn't able to talk to her, and so I actually had to formally call her and then get her in right when she auditioned. I said, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky that this is it right here, and she brought a whole new dimension to the character. So I was just really lucky to get people like Damien Vega, Giovannie, Robbie, Janelle, Casey Wade, just some really good people attached. So.
How humiliating was the audition process?
I actually really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Joaquin's fun to work with. He likes to play a lot, and he likes to give like a lot of like, okay, let's just try this. Let's just try this. And so he's fun.
Now, you started out ACT Young Conservatory?
Yeah, I went there when I was like 15. It was like the summer
Middle-age
program.
conservatory.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the teenage kind of years where you don't know what you're doing, and then I took a really long break from acting, and then I started up again 3 years ago.
And since then, you've made it onto ER.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Yeah.
How'd that happen? Hello. Local girl makes good.
Yeah, I guess. I play medical student Ludlow on ER. I was there for 4 episodes last season, and it was just auditioning, and I wasn't supposed to even audition for ER that day. It was kind of like, I think it was totally God.
Have you moved down to LA for this?
No.
I didn't think they even allowed people from outside of the LA area to audition for things, and you can't get
totally
representation, and you crashed it, didn't you?
Yeah, totally. And I have really good people down there that support me all the way, so.
So you both still live up here?
I do, yes.
And you do?
Mm-hmm.
How do you maintain or grow an acting career in San Francisco? Have you figured out how to do that?
A little bit. I think an important thing is to always be in training, always be in classes, always get your name out there, audition for every single thing that you can.
Paid and unpaid?
Paid and unpaid.
Yeah.
And then get people that support you down there, get an LA number, build up your resume up here, and commute.
Okay, now if you notice, both of you, if you notice do you also audition for LA?
I don't really, I haven't really continued acting past the movie very much. I'm actually going back for my MBA in September.
You have to, you give up the life?
I give up.
You give up the life?
Well, it's kind
Your
of
name in life?
It's somewhat of an interesting story how I even got into the movie. I did a lot of acting when I was younger. I was on Romper Room, if y'all remember, Miss Nancy, and then I did children's musical theater, and I kind of the way I got even auditioned for the part was over the phone. I was in Phoenix training for another position, another job that I was working at, and I had been helping him with what inevitably ended up becoming my character, or the character I would
how
play.
You help him and all of a sudden you have a character?
Right.
A little bit of
I
all, too,
assisted in my death scene and how we would go about making it tricky enough to die and how the death would go about and making sure it was sneaky. And then, I was editing a lot of the script at the time, and he had called me from the Bay Area when I was in Phoenix and kind of auditioned me for the part. And he had already been auditioning, from what I knew. He'd already had open auditions for, the character was named Buffy at that time.
Right. Yeah.
I highly
typical
recommended, in the
blonde,
editing process, I highly recommended he change that.
That's it.
Which he did.
Yeah.
So it became Cassie Day. But I was I was more intrinsic to like really the writing process up until that point. And he had known about some of my earlier stuff that I had done. And so I inevitably got casted for the role.
And you did want it?
I did, yes.
Oh, okay, good.
Definitely, yeah.
I was thinking maybe we should take a little break, go see a movie that's going to be opening soon. This movie is hysterical. It's called Art School Confidential. Like High School Confidential, Art School Confidential. And it's so dry and so funny. And it's going to be opening very soon. So I want you all to take a little look at Art School Confidential, and then we will regroup and continue.
Very good.
So here it is. Art School Confidential.
Good
Okay,
story. Good story.
it's good. No, but you got to see art. I like Art School Confidential, or I wouldn't tell you. It was good. As a matter of fact, both movies, not only all 3 movies tonight, because we're talking about Counting the Days, which you can't see right now, plus Art School Confidential, and the movie we're going to close with, which is very good too. So we got 3 good ones tonight. You know, I show bad ones and say so.
That's good. That's good.
It's
Do you invite
more
the bad
fun.
people to come on and then just ridicule them in front of the
No,
audience?
these are the Hollywood ones.
Ah,
We
okay,
love
okay,
our
got it,
locals.
got it.
We do love our locals.
Nice.
Well, you know, San Francisco, it's a really cool place to film. I will
Now,
say
I
that,
have to
yeah.
say, not only is it a cool place to film, let me just tell you, you have been. Line from the movie, take it.
Which one?
Cuban, Mexican. Cuban is out. Let's say he's Spanish.
Right, there you go.
Oh, I know. It's just this really crude joke.
The
Am I
example-
That's great.
Scratching the
It
surface
was
of
run,
PC in
really.
San Francisco. Okay, but then you lived in Italy, Ethiopia, UK. How did you decide? How did you end up?
San Francisco.
And-
Yeah, you know, I've always come and gone from the Bay Area, so it's always been a situation where, you know, I don't call myself, you know, I don't live in San Francisco, but I mean, there's something about San Francisco being the biggest city in the Bay Area that just kind of, you know, draws your focus at times. So
But how'd you get to the Bay
how
Area?
did I get here?
From Italy,
just- yeah, well,
UK,
just
and Albania,
come
and
in-
Ethiopia.
just-
Ethiopia?
Yeah, Ethiopia.
Ethiopia.
Just
Okay.
that's just the way it goes. You know,
It
life
just-
takes you in different directions, and like a lot of the scripts that I've written have to do with places that I've lived in and cultures that I've seen. And
Well, that's another thing. You're writing more scripts,
correct.
doing
yeah.
more movies, and none of them will be anything like Counting the Days.
That's yeah. A lot
That
of
was
them
a
are.
phase.
It's a phase. This one was easy to make because of the fact that it was a dark comedy, and it was easy to get local actors, and you know, like I said, San Francisco, using that as a backdrop is almost a story in itself, right?
A lot of locations that were very
Exactly,
interesting.
exactly. So, so that was the basis behind writing this particular script. But other scripts are, you know, I can go either way. You know, I can go like very funny scripts, but the other scripts that I'm shopping right now are pretty dark. You know, very.
He's shopping
yeah.
dark scripts.
But yeah. So.
Oh, websites. We've got 2
There
websites
you
here.
go.
We got. So what is a website for Counting the Days?
Sure. So anybody interested in looking in a little bit more depth into the movie, it would be www.counting-the-days.com. So counting the days with dashes in between.com. And
And Giovannie, you have one too.
Yes, I do.
Because she's still in the life.
Yes. It's www.giovannie.com, GIOVANNIE.com.
Otherwise, it might be a boy's name. The IE makes it a girl's name.
I guess so.
That's right.
subtleties. Yes.
Yes. But if any of your viewers want to ask me any questions about acting, about how to
Oh, let me
get on
remind
the
everybody.
career,
Phone number. It's a live call-in
totally
show.
fine. Just ask me.
621-4472 is the phone number here. 621-4472, and this is not a telethon. We're not asking for money.
Not yet.
You can't public access. That's the one thing you can't do in public. You can curse a little. Anybody
Yeah.
want to curse?
Can I say
No, no.
vagina?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
why
Oh,
would
oh, yeah, yeah.
why would you want to say vagina, Giovanni?
Other
Just
than the
because
fact
I
that-
can. I don't want to say vagina.
No, it's because you are.
A vagina?
And
No, I
Shall
was
I
in,
tell them?
Yes, I was in the Vagina Monologues at the Herbst Theater as part of the FWN, the Filipino Women's Network production of it. It was V-Day San Francisco, and I've been asked to direct in New York.
So if people want to see you, and they happen to be in New York, because this is a very cosmopolitan kind of thing here, when and where in New York?
It's part of the Until the Violence Stops campaign by Eve Ensler. So I think in May or June. I don't know. I forget.
What theater area in case they're there?
I don't even know New York.
Website.
www.giovannie.com. It'll be there.
Oh, so she'll keep up with everything.
Yes.
And you're going to be an MBA. You're going into the business world just like your character.
I don't know if she technically did any business of any sort, really.
Well, once people started dying, she had to take over stuff.
I
That's
guess.
That's right. I saw the
Did she really
movie.
do anything? Though,
Well, the movie was
except order
the movie
people?
didn't go, but you were
Right.
making appointments with your lawyer to deal with that stuff.
I think
Yes,
that's
very
that's-
true.
I know.
There's
And
a
business
sense
is
of
about
entitlement,
delegation.
so
It is. It's delegation of work
That's it. That's it.
to my attorney,
Yes, right. So
my
have you,
CPA.
so you're just gonna be an MBA and go into the business world, and we'll never see you.
You know,
again.
I owned an underground hip hop record label last year, and it's closed since, just recently, but I'll probably own another company of sorts. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet, but that's kind of more the direction I'm going in, but that's not to say that I don't love acting.
So your
I
MBA will
do.
be used in a music company that you might be running eventually.
Yeah, maybe.
Cool.
That'd be interesting.
There are other shows
We
here
had
that are
actually
into
discussed
music.
some of that when when he was doing the score at the time of me being able to land some tracks, but I think we went with almost an all original score in the
Who
end.
did the music for this?
Actually, we had a lot of collaboration on the music. There was one gentleman who actually came in contact from the FAF. The FAF has been immensely supportive. I would say that
That's on 9th Street. What is
Right.
it? 145 9th
something.
Street.
I'm not from here, so I can't.
It's
It is that's pretty close.
It's
Yeah,
very
something
yeah,
like that,
that's
ninth and-
Cryolan Makeup is directly across the street from it. And
it.
if you walk in there, they would give you so much information. It's like the
Yeah.
film community
You know,
starts there.
that's the thing. I mean, I think people in San Francisco really need to get their name out, and you know, there's this kind of like this north-south thing going on with Los Angeles. You know,
and
obviously
they have a
that's,
certain
you know,
advantage.
well, I'm just saying. I think that people really need to start acknowledging San Francisco. I mean, like, okay, so just quick anecdote. Everybody tells me when I started this, they said it's so difficult to work in San Francisco. It's so difficult. They treat you badly. Blah blah blah. And I've got nothing but support from the San Francisco Film Commission to the San Francisco Police Department. San Francisco parking, that's a totally different story. They will ticket your car even if you show them to their face that they have a permit to park there. Right when you turn your back, they'll put it on your, it's bad. But everybody else in San Francisco, immensely supportive. So I think that people really do need to acknowledge San Francisco as a film-making center.
Now that means you're going to be making more films in San
I
Francisco.
would love to. I would love to.
Are you promising me?
Oh, I never
Gosh,
promise I
darn
can't
it.
deliver, so I would love to. I would love to.
So you are writing scripts, but you haven't selected the next one yet that you're going to produce. That you're going to make.
Yeah, that's the key underscore right there is that I make. I don't think I would produce my next film. I would definitely look for money, backing, support, even a check on the shoulder. saying,
I can give you a check on the
Yeah.
shoulder.
I'll give you one. Now, isn't it hard? I mean, the difference between LA and San Francisco is money for films.
yeah, no, definitely.
That's a hard thing.
Even organizations like the FAF, they have the money, but the well runs dry at a certain point in the year, and if it's not there, it's not
if
there.
they have $1 million to disperse in grants to 50 people, they're doing very well.
Yeah.
Whereas in LA, you can't start a movie till you have 3 million, and you'll find it.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem.
It is.
Are you gonna continue living in San Francisco and be a big famous movie star?
I would love to do that.
Wouldn't it be nice?
It would be so nice.
Is it possible? You will find out.
You know what? I think it is. I really think it is. Yeah. And I think it's really possible for actors that want to pool together and to produce their own things if they want to.
But then they have to be actors who are writers, who are directors, who are
Right.
camera people.
But again, there's a great community up here, and if you get involved with Film Arts Foundation, then you will find other people that are, that want to collab with you.
These are people who love San Francisco and will make more movies. I'm waiting for you to make more movies. And you let me know if when you're in another one, we'll do another show.
Oh, okay. Indiscreet.
Indiscreet.
Filmed by Stephanie Carwin, and also American Yearbook, which might get theatrical release by Brian Ging.
Nice.
So don't forget her website and find out everything she's doing. We have to leave now. Thank you.
Thank you.
all so much.
Thank you.
No, it was nice. Okay, so friends with money. That's what we own. Either
There you go, there you go.
have money or have friends with money. Jennifer Aniston, a whole bunch of other. Kathleen Keener. What's her name? You'll see. She's so wonderful. She's married to one of the Coen brothers.
Oh, okay.
You know her. All right, so we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Here's Friends with Money, and that's again very funny, even for Hollywood.